Definitely going to win it, but how you just not took your foot off the pedal, that's important, I guess. Kept your focus.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's easy sometimes when you think that maybe you're playing one of the easier teams in the league, looking at their record, but you never take anything for granted. So it's important to keep the players focused, which was challenging at times, because I know in a small country like Bermuda, when they look at those types of things, the fans, the family members, might be saying it's a foregone conclusion, but I never looked at it like that. So it's my job just to make sure that they stay humble and stay hungry.
Right. And today you looked a bit relaxed. You didn't do a lot of shouting from the sideline. I guess you realized that, hey, let's just get this result over with and play well at the same time, though. I mean,
yes. Part of my philosophy has never been about talking about wins to players. It's all about the process. Today was the first time that I used that because it's no more after today. So it's important that we get the victory. Also, it's important that we entertain the fans, and the fans pay to come and watch them play. And then from there you can put in a good performance. But again, for myself, being relaxed is allowing the players to understand what position that we're in and see if they're able to come through those moments, those difficult moments in the match.
Right. Now you got 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, and then they to their credit, they never dropped their heads until the social club. Now they battled, and then you didn't score the third until I guess midway through the second half, and then they ran out of steam, and you just end up winning quite comfortably in the end 7-0. But
and that's been one of the challenges, but a good challenge all season, where the PHC DNA is just outright, just attack, run at 100 miles an hour. So I just try to slow them down, be more controlled, and they can do it whenever they're ready.
Right.
But a big credit to Social Club, like you said. They never lay it down. The players, what I really appreciate, from them was that, from that standpoint, knowing that they had nothing to gain, but they still came out and was competitive.
Right. Any blemish, or the blemish would have been the FA Cup semi-final. I guess it's behind you. There's not much you can do about it now, but otherwise it's been a perfect season, more than you probably anticipated yourself as coach.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't say more than I anticipated. I always believe that we should compete for every single trophy with the players that we have. But it's important that we understand that the other opponents come out ready to play too. And yes, I took the FA Cup defeat, believe me, the semi-final defeat hard. I mean, I really didn't show it, but based on what was at stake, again, the type of players that we have, the season that we were having, but still understanding there's growth to do as myself as a coach, along with the players.
I see Tremaine was on the sideline with a sling in his arm.
Right.
He had broken
No,
arm
he
or
just had
something?
an accident on his bike. Yeah, so it's a minor accident.
Yeah, so just basically you couldn't have him on your right.
Right. Yeah.
So he's been a key guy all season for you.
Oh, most definitely. Been one of our key players. When it comes to important moments in the game, he is driving force as far as the cheerleader in the team, but in an excellent way. He has a never say die attitude, and it just reminds me of the environment that I came up in. So players like that really need to be a part of a team and help drive teams.
Now you've raised the bar, so now you're going to have to obviously do better next year. I mean, obviously the challenge is on, and then obviously you have the target on your back next year as well because you're the champions. So many titles, So.
And it's a good target. It's important, for Bermuda football first and foremost, not just for PHC, but with the national program being now involved in the League of Nations Cup through CONCACAF, it's important that our players understand the challenges and difficult moments to go through and the weight that's on their shoulders. So again, I keep that in mind whenever I'm coaching my players, because I have at least 7 or 8 players that are involved in the national program. So it's important that they play at a high level, because next week they're right back training with the national program, could be flying away, matches here, etc.
Okay, your fans came out today to see you. And I saw Cecil Robinson up there, the captain's father.
Yeah.
So it's obviously it's a proud club, a lot of tradition, and that's what you came here to do, win titles for them, and that's what you've done. Yeah?
Exactly. And again, you said it. I like the pressure of being at big clubs and being able to kind of duplicate, if not go further than what's been done before. But again, the main point is helping the club grow with the conveyor belt of players that they have through the youth system. So as you saw, I brought on one youngster today, just 16 years old, gave him his first premiership start. So it's important that they get to experience what it's like, because I'm going to be looking forward to him next year to be competing for a spot.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
Congratulations again.
Thanks, thanks.
Just how you feel about the season? Obviously, it's been a great season for the club. The only blemish was not winning the FA Cup, but otherwise you had a perfect season.
Yeah, we had a good season. We worked really hard. You know, at the end of the day, we didn't make it to the FA Cup finals, but you know, all in all, I think we worked hard. We made it a little bit difficult for ourselves, going along the backstretch, but we just had to dig deep to get to where we are now.
I remember the blemish when you lost to Denny Town. Then I think you dropped a couple of other games in there as well. But I mean, then you lost to Village, I think, as well. But you picked yourselves back up and got going again.
Yeah, so we lost 2 games in a row. Mind you, the games we lost, we didn't really think we should have lost them. We actually was missing a few chances. So in the end, we just knew we just had to stick to what we do, and it will come for us. So we worked hard, so it was good.
And the fans, obviously, you gave them something all season. They stuck with you and you rewarded them. I guess that's fair to say that you gave them something to shout about every week. Then.
Yeah. So you know, it's nice to have the fans back out. You know, they wasn't out as much before. You know, we're actually playing really good football. So you know, giving them something to watch as well. So you know, hopefully we can continue this. We've got a lot of youngsters coming through. 16, 17. One player today is just first game was today. So got a lot of youngsters coming through. So it's just a matter of keeping the mentals, keeping the head right, and hopefully we can keep it going.
The future looks bright.
Oh, the future's very bright.
Immediately next season, obviously you got a target on your back. People are going to come gunning for you. But
Well,
it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Yep. The target's on our back, and you know, we just have to recognize that we still have to play and stick to our game. The target will always be there, so we just gotta maintain and stay focused.
That'll be a proud moment for you as a captain as well.
Yes, definitely. I won it when I was 20. 10 years ago.
Is that right? Okay. You were in that team?
I was in that team.
Okay. One of the few that's still surviving.
One of the few, yes. So it was, I think it's only 3 of us that was actually in that team. So this is my first time winning it as a skipper, so it's definitely a very proud moment. My boyhood club, so.
Right, and so your father congratulates you as well there at Cecil, so.
Yeah. So, you know, he's been in my ear. We got a minute. So, you know, it's good to bring it in for him.
Good stuff. All right, thank you. Congratulations again.
All right, thanks.